After her grandmother passed away, her parrot began repeating a message one she had never said aloud in front of anyone, and what the bird revealed healed a broken family. This is the story of how a voice from beyond the grave, spoken by the most unlikely messenger, brought a family back together. Margaret was the kind of grandmother you read about in storybooks, gentle, kind, and with a warmth that made you feel like you were the most important person in the world. For 20 years, she shared her life with a bright green parrot named Kiko. Kiko wasn't just a pet, he was her constant companion, a feathered friend who perched on her shoulder as she gardened and sat with her during quiet evenings. Over 2 decades, he absorbed everything about her. He learned the exact cadence of her laugh, the little tunes she hummed while baking, and the soft, reassuring tone of a voice. Tota Family Kiko was just a charming part of Margaret's life. A clever bird who could mimic a few funny phrases. But there was one thing he heard every single night that no one else ever did. A secret ritual shared only between a woman and her bird. Every evening, without fail, after the house was quiet and the day was done, Margaret would sit beside Kiko's cage. As the moon cast a soft glow into the room, she would lean in close and whisper the words that rested deepest in her heart. "Thank you, my family," she would say softly, her voice filled with a lifetime of affection. "Even if I don't say it enough, I love you more than life." She never spoke these words out loud to her children or grandchildren, not because she didn't mean them, but because life had a way of getting in the way. Over the years, a quiet distance had grown in the family. Her children, once so close, were now adults, consumed by their careers, their own families, and the endless demands of modern life. They still loved her, of course, but visits became less frequent, phone calls shorter. Arguments would sometimes flare up over small things, and everyone just assumed that Margaret, their steadfast matriarch, would always be there, a constant presence in their ever-changing lives. They didn't realize that the time to say what needed to be said was slipping away. Then, one quiet morning, the world shifted on its axis. Margaret passed away peacefully in her sleep. The news rippled through the family, a sudden, jarring shock that stopped everything. They gathered in her house, the home that had once been filled with her laughter and the smell of her cooking. Now, it was eerily silent, heavy with grief and a profound sense of regret. As they sat together, lost in their own thoughts, the weight of unspoken words and missed opportunities hung in the air. They mourned not just the loss of their mother and grandmother, but the loss of all the moments they had taken for granted. The silence in the room was deafening, a void that seemed impossible to fill. It was in that heavy, suffocating silence that something truly incredible happened. From the corner of the room, a small, familiar voice broke through the grief. It was Kiko, but he wasn't mimicking a doorbell or a telephone ring. In a perfect imitation of Margaret's gentle, loving tone, he spoke the words he had heard every night for 20 years. "Thank you, my family. I love you more than life." For a moment, everyone froze. Time seemed to stand still. It was her voice, her exact inflection, her love, channeled through this little green bird. Then, the dam of restrained emotion broke. Tears began to fall, not silent tears of grief, but deep, cathartic sobs of understanding and love. Kiko, seemingly sensing the shift in the room, repeated the message again. And then again, each time he spoke, the words sliced through years of distance and misunderstanding. The family members turned to one another, clinging together, apologizing for arguments, forgiving past hurts, and finally truly seeing the depth of the love their mother had carried for them, a love so powerful it had been etched into the memory of her little companion. From that day forward, Kiko became more than just a parrot. He was a living testament to Margaret's enduring love, a bridge that brought healing into their home. The family rallied around him, making sure he was cared for, cherished, and never lonely. He continued to speak Margaret's message for years, a daily reminder of gratitude, love, and the importance of forgiveness. Every time they heard her voice through him, it wasn't a painful memory, but a comforting embrace, a prompt to hold each other a little closer and to say the words that mattered. Kiko wasn't just carrying a message, he was carrying the spirit of the woman they could never replace, ensuring her love would echo through their family for generations to come. This story reminds us of a simple but powerful truth. Love should be spoken while we still have the chance. We get so caught up in our busy lives that we often forget to tell the people who matter most how we truly feel. We assume they know, or that there will always be a tomorrow to say it. But sometimes, tomorrow doesn't come. Sometimes, it takes a voice left behind to remind us of what truly matters. So, let me ask you this. If your loved one could leave you one final message, what do you think it would be? And more importantly, what message do you need to share with someone today? Don't wait. But pick up the phone, write that text, or just turn to the person next to you and tell them what they mean to you. Life is fragile, and love is our greatest legacy. Make sure yours is heard. Thank you for listening, and if this story touched you, please share it with someone you love. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that warm the heart.